What's up, guys? Well, if you're wondering, yes, that is like the main road in this whole freaking forest down here, or up here, excuse me. There is a very, very good reason, if you look into this stuff, that you can't even move in. There is a trail right there that goes parallel to the road that has some good traffic on it. There is the trail right there by that yellow set of flowers right there. That is where I saw that big black deer yesterday. And the two doe, the two does, one of them was a black doe. Alright, she would be enough for me to be here. I can't remember if I shared those tracks yesterday of that deer. I don't think I did, and I'll share them here in a minute. But there is an absolute monster of a buck that lives back over here. He travels from this direction over here where I'm at and goes back to a bedding area back there. It's thick. I mean, it's awful thick. I thought Alabama was bad, but I'm beginning to wonder if they ain't got us beat. But yeah, I'm on the main road, and there's no way to hunt this deer if there's no trees back there. The deer travel seems to be coming from this side. I've seen deer travel, doe travel, 4 or 5 times since I've been here. When I come up on this little flat, they just cross this road, I mean, all times of the day. I got to looking on the maps. There is a gully, a big, huge gully back over here, and a shelf that runs right around there, like so. It just goes right around its edge. It's got a perfect hardwood ridge right here, and it is dropping acorns. But over here on this flat, this is just a huge acorn flat over here. Like I said, I'm about as far away from all the ag fields as I can get. So they got no choice. And there's a lot of green acorns falling. Every now and then I'm starting to see some ripe ones. So, and the travel's getting better. It's just in certain spots. So they're having to travel to get them right now. And I'm hoping that so that trail right there comes out too. That one's actually in a bad spot for me. I didn't notice that one. But so these deer are having to travel, and this is just a natural funnel between the bed, which is about 300 yards that way, and this acorn flat with this acorn ridge, and it's all thick, thick, thick. I mean, it's just awful. You couldn't shoot in there. Hence the reason, I talk about all the time, you gotta hunt them where they're at, whether you like it or not. And this buck is buried in the midst of this stuff, and you couldn't shoot 5 feet inside there. I was in there yesterday. I had about a 10-yard shot max. So now I'm not in there. In worst case scenario, maybe I catch him crossing the road. But I'm really after that black doe. I'd love to shoot her. That'd be awesome. So anyway, here we go again. This may be the last hunt. I don't know if I'm going home this afternoon or staying for afternoon hunt. I'm beat up pretty bad, man. These mountains have killed me trying to find deer right here. But if this works out, I will be more surprised than y'all. Happy hunting. What's up, guys? About 9 o'clock now. I was going to show you a little bit of footage. Had a little visitor about 7. He come through. A little 8-point, nice 8-point, young and really nice and wide. He was, I don't know if I shot him at home either, probably not, but depending on my mood, it may have. But I was gonna show y'all this setup again. That 8-point coming out. It's just so thick, man. Over here, look over here. It is just impossible. Even when you get into these hardwoods that you can see there. The bottom's still just thick. I don't know how that undergrowth gets in there so thick, but it does. But I was just gonna show y'all this. I'm 3 sticks high. There's my other stick on the ground, 4 sticks. You know, with this setup here, I use 1/8 on the bottom step. I don't use any other ones, but if I want to, I can get up about 26, 27 feet. It's stretching, you know, stretching between your sticks, but you know, I'll never do that this time of year during bow season, you know. Of course, it's always bow season for me, but typically I hunt about 18 to 20, depending on, you know, the foliage and the undergrowth and what I can see through. And sometimes I'll hunt places that I have to be able to look over to shoot over stuff to get into it, and I'll go all the way up. Or you know, if it gets any worse than that, I'll just have to add another 8er or another stick, either one, you know, however you want to do it. I'm going to show y'all that video here in just a second, but it's been really interesting being out here on this spot because none of the people see me. There's been people ride by. There was 2 other deer going to come out. I'm assuming those are probably my black doe and that other doe that I saw yesterday here. But these people ride by and they just do not see me. I laugh. I'm sitting there swinging like a monkey out of this tree, and they don't see me. Yeah, that 8-point looked up at me. He's seen something different. He stomped his foot, so I don't know if he had anybody behind him or not. He was in hard antler. There was no velvet, which is kind of upsetting, because if he'd have had velvet, I don't know. You never can tell, but he was a perfect 30-yard shot he gave me. The other trail is right here, about 12 yards. It comes out right over there. And it's just a perfect shot. That 30 yards is perfect. I do a whole lot of shooting at 30 yards and 40 yards. Really up to 50 I practice all the time. You know, I practice a lot of times way out there. But it gets expensive when you mess up, or if you get tired and you sling one off and it costs you 20 bucks for an arrow. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and bring you that footage, let y'all see my very first Kentucky buck sitting in a tree. It's been not a rough week. I've learned a lot. I've learned that when you find the really, really big ones, that they're in places like this. I mean, they're like clear cuts. I mean, you can barrel through them. There's very few briars in them, unlike at home. But even though it's very few briars, you just can't get a bow through there. You know, you're just tearing your equipment up getting through there. So I've been trying to find a way to hunt, and finally last night, you know, you got to hunt them where they are. You ain't got to hunt them where you want them to be. And this is where he wanted to cross. There's a shelf that he runs. This comes over here. That's a leeward ridge there coming around. And this is just a flat. And then it drops off about 100 miles right there. You can tell you're about the top of them trees. And they're walking this flat over here. And like I said, they've got a real dense, all of it's dense. But I found just about where he's crossing another road over there. There's no trees. I could ground hunt it, but the wind was horrible for that. But I think I know where his little rabbit hole is. I kind of walked by it yesterday, so I probably kind of blew him out. But I don't know. He may not care in there. It's just so thick, you know. But I know why there's such big bucks up here at this place. This place is some kind of thick. There's a lot of them ain't gonna get shot. They get to grow, live out here and die of old age. So, alright, here's that little buck, and I will talk to y'all here in a little while. Happy hunting.